Well, we were
So,
excited
then
at
we need
last
to
week.
make that
No, I
sort of
spent
one.
last
I think
week
before it's
basically
due.
in a car park. So I got stuck on the way to Ely. So, and I left really early. And then on Wednesday, I couldn't get to Reach. I couldn't reach because the road near Marshalls, I was on that road for 45 minutes. And I'm like, I'm not gonna get there. This is ridiculous. So I've been basically phoning Beryl up, haven't I? Yeah.
You'll have to get your bicycle out.
She's my secretary, so I spent most of the week phoning Beryl.
So which one from Prior is going to be shut and also Reach? Yeah, I know, we've got Cynthia's interpretive ashes as well, we've got to get past there.
Yeah. So let's just turn.
Friday. I think I should go into Newmarket and back out to Dullingham.
Yeah, there's potholes.
And don't forget
Our t-shirts.
where are you going?
Wesley Walters.
Oh, that'd be quite good.
Because you know, he's
I've been really rich.
I normally go Heathrow into Dullingham and that way.
We're gonna go Newmarket.
What's the new?
I think I should go Newmarket now.
Ali and I, we have to go. We're going to,
They've got a trip to
we're going to Woking.
Somebody said go to.
I am totally.
Yeah.
We'll go to Woking.
I think that's probably best. So you can get into Histon that way easily enough. You get to Histon and then you just go the normal way. Because it's the I would
Yeah.
honestly go that way.
Is it Elkington,
Yes. Well,
Is that good?
Yes. Well, you go to Histon and then you're there.
Because and it says.
I've done that, I've run an art course once, and I got stuck up here and I was trying to get to the A14, I was going back and went all the way back to Streatham. I still don't even know the
YouTube.
I'd stick it.
Everyone's been complaining because there's roadworks everywhere and floods and puddles and potholes and no one can get to class by car. So it's all, it's about right, isn't it? Yeah.
You won't be.
No, what's last week, I was in a traffic jam.
Whack the weekend.
No, whack you, guys.
No way else, well, at the weekend.
Don't know
You got
whack
stuck
them.
in a no.
No, you will.
I do
It's coming weekend. It's not, I will be no way out.
Why is it That's a bad idea, it's dangerous, isn't it?
Got enough room, yeah.
So just let the arms relax. And we just breathe. What was that about? You can't escape Burwell at the weekend?
That's right.
What, this weekend?
Coming.
What's happened?
Reach is going to be closed, isn't it? The road into Reach from Burwell.
And
And
the
the
Swaffham
Swaffham
Road is supposed to be closed.
I don't know when that
is. Well, that's the one going straight from here to Swaffham Prior.
Yeah, but I don't know where Swan Prior is. No, I don't.
Next village.
I'm very good.
Well, I
because
still
I-
be able to say
As well, Monday on Reach.
The next
How
village.
long's the Reach Road closed for?
I think you get through there, but it's traffic lights or something.
So, yeah.
Something like that.
Well, that's Monday, isn't
Well,
it?
that's going to be fun, isn't it?
Great fun.
I've got my brother coming down as well.
How's he gonna get in?
I've got a clue.
Well, today was that's gonna be something.
My daughter's meeting him off English.
Oh, the
Station,
back
which is
road
where
to
she lives.
Mexington to here. It's really dangerous, it's full of potholes actually, and at one point the police had to be called because there were big cars that shouldn't have been on it and they got stuck.
And somebody put some, they damaged the tarmac, didn't they?
No, where's Beryl? Where's
Well, it's not happening in the world.
Or not.
Or not.
Yeah, I think it's on not.
She's going to say where is she?
Yeah.
Obviously, Mary
Okay,
Jane,
so-
her daughter's coming.
Watch out, mate, the friends, so, so, where's all the other chaps gone? What did you do with them all?
They're outnumbered. Someone's frightened them
Oh,
away.
that couple are not here again.
Yeah, well, they sometimes arrive a little bit later.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, the fashionably late couple, so just,
you?
just
Yeah.
do some bouncing. So we're just doing some bounce. And then a little bit of shake, not too much. Ah, that's better. So, yeah. Nice to actually make it.
Might use my friends a bit.
Yeah.
I like the idea of the
Yeah, well, yeah, that's, yes, let me just make an announcement with that idea. If you get, because I'm now going to go straight from Barton. So I don't, you know, so I circumvent any road potholes and puddle issues. And I just come straight here, so I usually get here about 20 to 4 or thereabouts. And then I just sort of relax and do things. It's very nice. And I go and get a nice cup of tea from there. So if you want to come in early and make yourself a cup of tea, I think there might be an honesty box. So
Yeah.
there's an honesty box that you did put a bit of honesty in the box.
Yeah, your
And then-
discretion, is that it?
Yeah, your discretion, yeah, and then, you know, we'll just do this with the hands.
I mean, the only
Bring, you could bring some biscuits, you could bring some cake, you could really go to town. And, I've just remembered, keep doing this, I've got my
thing is
posters
the bottles are everywhere.
Christine did.
Where I live, it was.
There's not many left. There's a day retreat at the Kingfishers Bridge Nature Reserve in April the 14th, 10 o'clock till 4:30. So what we do is we start with some very basic qigong. Let's do this one. Real basic movements that everyone can join in with. And then we have a tea break, very important. And I would like, if people book, they don't need to pay in advance, just turn up with £30 or £40. If you're, it's £30 concession, £40 not concessions. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, other way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, up, down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and shake. And then after tea break, you do a bit more Tai Chi, and then we stop for lunch. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the cafe wants to know how many people have booked, so they know how many potatoes to buy. And anyway, very important, because they do jacket potatoes in the cafe, so they can they can make sure they've ordered enough.
You do baked potato sandwiches and panini.
They do, yeah, baked potatoes, sandwiches and panniers. And tails, but don't drink them during a Tai Chi retreat, that'd be silly. And then the other way around, and they do teas and coffees and ice cream and all sorts, it's really, really good. And then over and under, there we go.
Is it indoors?
Partially. So the Tai Chi will be hopefully using the classroom if the roof's on. If the roof isn't on the classroom, we'll be in the marquee. And then after lunch, James, the warden, will take us for a nature walk and tell us what all the things are that we're looking at. Not for too long. I've said to him like not more than an hour, because we don't want to, And then after the nature walk, we will have a tea break. And then after the tea break, we'll do the last bit and do some more Tai Chi to finish off. So that is the basically, it's things to do in between all the breaks.
Tea
And tea and cake and hot potatoes and there we go, we'll do like this. Kingfishers Bridge Nature Reserve.
Oh, up there.
Who knows where it is?
I know where it is.
Where is it?
On the just past Wicken,
Yeah,
on the right hand side, before you get to the big bridge over the river there, long before you get to the railway line in Streatham.
yeah, it's near Wicken. It's
Yeah,
just the RSPB one, isn't it? Is it RSPB?
No.
Or was it?
But it's very good there.
But
It's lovely.
Kingfishers Bridge was lovely. So
Muddy.
I've got a few, it's very muddy, you'll need wellies.
Muddy.
And possibly some waterproofs, for the walk. For the walk, and then sort of indoor shoes for the indoory bit. And it's gonna be lovely. I am so looking forward, I'm really, I'm hopefully, let's do, just shake them. I've been wanting to do this for ages, and it was trying to find the right place. And then what I'm thinking of doing a whole series of them in various, maybe even in Wickham Fen or Fowler or Oundle
When is it?
or 14th,
Oh.
Sunday, the 14th of April.
Okay.
So we've got a little while yet.
This
And I'm gonna ask,
last Sunday of the half term, no, full
I'm
term.
going to, I'll put them on that chair.
Not
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, we can get them at the end, but, I've given out most of them. But if you can let me know, and what I'll do is I'll write it on a bit of paper. Who wants to come and what the name is, and then I can tell James. And then he can tell the cafe.
Oh, I said it, nobody would ring me, I said.
Sounds like mine.
Okay.
Mine.
No one.
So. Push away the mountain, so you can obey this, you breathe in,
Thank you.
Oh, hi.
and then you breathe.
I'm just in a Tai Chi class, but I'll just say something.
So like that. And then you push, so like this.
We're recording.
That's the push, it's fine, it's all fine. I mean, I don't know, people do watch these videos, I don't know what they're gonna make of it, with all the chatting and puddles, and then phones going off. That's it, and you come down,
Very English.
you come up. Funny.
Don't mind me laughing, set me up, and I won't be able to stop.
And there's really good. Yeah, put your phones on silent, get your legs.
No, she's gone. You can also what you want to for laughing.
Oh, okay. So just kick your legs, so your feet up and then it. And then just kick your legs up. So I did this on Sunday, I went to see my teacher.
We need.
Doing that. And then across, 1, 2, 3, 4, keep 5, 6, so you keep yourself, 7, 8, there we go.
To the side.
Yeah, right. It's just. Imagine so the head's floating, the hips are sinking, relax around the arms. And we're just doing this, breathing.
Brilliant.
We'll just do a bit of qigong.
How's the form? Is it feeling better?
Breathing. Breathe. So turn palms up, like this, and then down, that's it, breathe in. It's a bit like a Radio 4 play this afternoon.
Brilliant, isn't it?
I'm surprised they haven't done a Tai Chi Radio 4 play. I would totally be up for being in it. I could be a consultant. And that's it, and then it goes down like that, that's fantastic. And we sit down, and then, right, we'll need a little bit more room, so I'm gonna go forward, if you go back a bit,
Yeah.
that's it, right, okay, and then we go like this, so we just raise up. Yeah, watch out for your friends, no clashing, and then down. Come up. Oh, that's fantastic. And down. So yeah. You can't imagine my relief when I got here at 20 to 4. I thought, oh, good. Fantastic. It's really, yeah, I was fine. I mean, it was really nice because the problem is that I had to do a little bit of shopping last week. But I just thought, no, I'll just get here and then what's the worst that can happen? I'll get here over an hour early. Okay, big deal. No, that's fine. And then we go down, that's it. And you want to relax the shoulders, just breathe in. And breathe out. So it was a very strange week last week.
Wasn't to be.
No, I was like, oh, God. And then you just relax. So, and then go like this, that's it, open. And the other thing that happened was I couldn't go to Burwell because I couldn't work on the Tuesday because I'd worked somewhere very, very, very cold on the Saturday. And then the A14 thing, so I woke up on Tuesday morning with that stupid cough back again. That I couldn't, and then I couldn't really speak very well, so I had to take Wednesday morning off, and then I started working okay, I thought, oh, my voice is working, oh good, I'll go and teach. And then I got stuck in roadworks, so that was,
No, it's one.
That was a
thing
Wednesday.
against another.
it was ridiculous. So I'm very glad that I'm now in this week. And so far, touch wood, it's been, I've actually managed to get to my classes,
Brilliant.
which is very unusual. So as a result of it, I contacted my teacher and said, do you have any exercises that are good for building up immunity? And he does, so I'm practicing it. And then when I understand how it all works and I've practiced it, I'll be able to pass it on. And we can all get, because you know, there's colds and things. And there's coughs,
Yeah. And that cough thing is really
That-
very common.
the cough, the 100-day cough, yeah, it's
Yeah.
not actually around the whole country, the 100-day cough. So it's a variation on the whooping cough germ.
Oh, nasty.
But it's different in adults than children, so it just ends up being this very long-winded cough. So this is dragons plucked stars from the skies that come up. And then you pull down, and you're using your hips, pulling down, that's it. And pull down, that's it. So I asked my teacher, and he's given me this really good exercise, a couple of exercises that work the immunity. But I'm still learning them at the moment, so I can't really pass anything on because. The other thing is, it was so relaxing, I was in such a state of bliss that I keep forgetting what I've just seen because I'm just joining in with it. And yeah, very serene, it's really good. And then so what you're doing is you're noticing the shoulder joint. So you flow up and then you pull down, that's it, and you're just relaxing. And then one more of these, that's great. Okay, let's just go back to that one. Do it a small version. So I'm just breathing in and out. So yeah, I was at an event last night, a concert, but we had, that's why I wanted to know about the immunity practice, because 5 people who were supposed to be there, it was with a large ensemble, so it was a sort of moderate ensemble, but the 5 people couldn't make it. Because I got a text, oh, I'm really sorry, I can't, I've got this cough, and then somebody else, I've got this cold, and then somebody else, I've got the flu, and I'm like, okay. Now I'm gonna ask my teacher about immunity, this is I think, you know, there's obviously, so I'll practice it, and then we can all do it and have a super immune system. So it's a version of a thing called iron shirt qigong, so not like ironing, it's about building like an imaginary shirt that you put on that's made out of iron that stops bugs getting in. And some of the iron shirt practitioners in China, they'll get people to practice hitting them to practice just to see how strong their iron shirt is. I mean, me personally, if someone's trying to hit me, I'll move out the way. That's probably a bit, rather than do all this thing, it seems a bit, if you're not there. But for things like bugs, obviously, you can't stop bugs getting at you. You can't move out the way of a bug. So the iron shirt is also used for building your immune system. And I thought, oh, that sounds really good, actually, especially with all these things that have been going around. And then I asked him, I got the reply, when's the best time to practice? And he says, practice it in the morning and practice it in the evening. So you practice it in the morning to last during the day, and then you practice in the evening, so you've got protection at night. And I was like, okay, we'll try it out. So I'll try it out this evening and tomorrow morning, and then if I practice it a few times a day, then it won't take me long to pick it up and be able to explain it and teach it to everybody, and that'd be really good. So I was very happy about that. Okay, so open, close. So you start like this, you open the wrists and fingers follow. Close. So on Easter, there won't be no class because it's a bank holiday. And also in the bank holidays, there's no classes either on Monday. But the other classes will be running okay, so we'll go breathing in. Breathe out. So now elbows, wrists, fingers open. Elbows, wrists, fingers closed. And just pull through the head. So the crown of the head is floating, the chin's tucked in. And you're allowing the rest of the body to sink down. Shoulders, elbows, wrists, fingers open. Shoulders, elbows, wrists, fingers closed. Chest, shoulders, elbows, wrists, fingers. Chest, shoulders, elbows, wrists, fingers closed. Then raise up to shoulder height, nice open feeling in the body, and then close. Down, that's it. Feel the ground under your feet. Feel the ground under your feet. You're opening, closing. It's much quieter in here, isn't it? Lovely. Opening and closing. Did you hear the accordion people? Did they come?
No.
Last week here, they didn't. There was a band playing or something.
Yeah, that's right, I heard about it, but I didn't.
You didn't hear it, okay. Apparently they were very good. I was having a chat with oh, what's the name of the lady that works there? Lisa?
Katie.
Katie, I knew it was something like that. Katie, yeah. And she thought they were fantastic. So I'm sad I missed that. Now lift it right up, so like stretching and then letting go. So you just really, and you're paying attention to what you're feeling all the way through. That's it. One more time. Let's take a slightly wider stance. We're just going to transfer our weight. Let's go into one foot, and then go into the other foot and the knee, push in line with the toes. And then go into one foot and then just very gently turn towards the foot. Transfer the weight, turn towards the foot. So you're turning the whole. If you're turning here and you're turning here, so there's no twisting. It's just a very gentle rotation. And bring the hands around. And imagine you're holding a beach ball against your chest. So this is called the bear. It's called the bear. So. So we're all breathing. And you're a big bear. So the bears in China, they tend to be the panda bears. So you can, I think they're very cute. Imagine a big, there's a lot of bear movements, which are really good in Tai Chi. Bear. Relax the hands. Put your hands on your, here's another one. So you look. And look to the bear. Well, we should really be doing dragon movements because it's the year of the dragon, but we did some bear movements in what, the intermediates class last week. So I'm trying to get to sort of 4 or 5 hours a week of classes of my own that my teachers are teaching, just because I'm trying to keep up to date. That's great. Okay, right. The other bear one is you go like this. And you go like this, and you think like quite lumbering sort of feel to it. And it is part of, apparently it's a 10-minute sequence, this thing. But he's only does this move because he used to call it bear play, and then they said, oh, that's just part of it. But oh, go on, show me. So 10 minutes later, they just stopped, and it goes on and on and on. It's this movement with his bear. So you lift up your big, heavy paw, and then you. Oh, it's like plodding. It's got this real. Isn't it? It's got this real kind of heavy feel. So, like, if you were telling a story to a kid, and there was this great big bear, and it was trudging around really loudly, great big paws, and it sort of, you could really go to town. So it's that sort of thing that comes up, and then poof. So this has now sparked my curiosity. I want to see the rest of the 10 minutes of what this bear's doing, this bear thing. So I will ask about that. There's this whole sequence called the 5 animal frolics, and they're these movements, and they look at the movement of the animal, they study them, and then they turn it into like almost like a dance, but they use it for health. So there we go. Okay, one more plod each side. That's it. So that was the bear. Okay, let's go back to this one. So that movement in the, we just do a bit of silk reading. So put your hand on your hip and then your other hand, and we just go like this. And again, watch out for your neighbours and friends. But hopefully all the road issues will. So I'm just going to go straight from where I'm teaching before to here, and then that should hopefully circumvent any silliness with to keep reading silk reading silk. Goes down, it comes across, you turn. You go across. You go down, you go across. And keep breathing. Marvellous, that was so good, we'll do the other arm. So, we start here. There's a silk reading. So, the silk reading exercise is actually from Chen style. This is more of a loosely kind of Yang style 24-step class-ish. How we do, oh gosh.
That's when you have fun.
It has. So yeah, I'm hoping for a whole series of sort of Tai Chi and nature, because it's all like the well-being. So by being outside and doing a bit of exercise and
We might be with you as well.
I'm just doing the first one, just me and James. What I'm next year, there is hopefully a weekend retreat at Burwell House. I just need to work out costings, and some people could stay there, but those of you that live in Burwell, you might possibly not want to stay at Burwell House. You might want to stay in your actual house. You know, so there'll be like a day, there'll be a day rate, and then there'll be I'll probably stay over there just for the jolly. And Mike will be doing that one, but that will be a full-on retreat with he's not taught a retreat for ages, and he's excellent. He's an excellent teacher, and I'll be sort of helping a bit. But he's sort of the head honcho of the school will be doing that, but I'll be doing the day ones in nature that are more about tea breaks and things. But you know, I will broach the idea of a tea break with him and say that, you know, not everyone can do the full. You know, we will need breaks, because he kind of forgets. He's quite single-minded, isn't he? Quite, yeah, yes, single-minded. So. So this is called Wave Hands Like Clouds. Now, don't worry if this is a bit confusing. It is. Just do your best, and it's all fine. And if you're doing a variation, that's okay. So we can. It's the same body movement. It's the same body mechanic. So they're like they'll be more. They're more like sort of well-being days rather than an intensive retreat. But I really like, I've not been on a retreat for ages, so I was like, no, what to do. And he's been doing a lot of retreats and meditation and stuff. He really knows it's really good. It's really, yeah. Okay. Any questions so far? Let's do a few. So that was in Wu Chi, horse stance. Now we're going to look at bow and arrow stance, and we'll because I'd like to also do a little bit of form. We'll look at part of the wild horse's mane in bow and arrow stance. So you turn your foot out, transfer your weight into that foot. Now keeping the same gap between the heels, you place your foot forward, then you turn so that your hips and shoulders are square on to the opposite wall, and we're just going to sink into the front foot, sink into the back foot. So I'll just show you that from the side. So I sink into the front foot, I sink into the back foot. I'm nice and tall through the crown of the head. Okay. It's good with the t-shirts, isn't it? I really like the purple one. I got a purple one, And then I've got a blue one as well.
Don't worry about it, it's just sort of my phone in my ears.
You've got a phone in your ears?
No.
Ooh.
We can't hear it.
That's really weird. Is that a bit disconcerting, getting a phone in your head? Yeah.
Get used to it.
So can you talk?
It's the same as those earpods, it's done on Bluetooth.
Right,
Yeah.
so can you actually talk on the phone through your
Yeah.
hearing aids?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You did that.
You can't be too far away from your phone.
It just syncs.
Okay, try the other side, try the other foot, so. Well, I never knew about that.
Yeah, we don't know. They do what you wanted to do.
So get your feet in the right place first, and then we're just gonna sink into the front foot and sink into the back foot.
Change feet.
Yeah, we've changed feet, yeah, otherwise, you can do it all on one foot, but then you end up really, it gets a bit character building quite quickly, so. You wanna, and I want you all to come back. So we don't wanna do anything too much. So let's just do, double-handed push. And then we'll have a look at, show that from the diagonal view. So it comes down, and you're sinking into the back leg. And then you push forward, you sink into the front leg. So it's like you're pushing. And then we were doing different ways of practicing. And when I was doing things like this with Eli, so I've never actually met him, I've only met him online. He's a really good teacher. What you want to do is imagine you've got your hand against a great big boulder and we're pushing it. And it changes the quality of feeling in the movement. And then just let them float down and then get another boulder and we're pushing a boulder. That's it. And that's just another way of practicing. Having an image to work with. Breathe in. And breathe. Push forward, that's it. Fantastic. Okay, now come back to Wu Chi. So get your Wu Chi first. So that's your parallel stance called Wu Chi in Chinese. And then you transfer your weight, turn the foot out towards the corner, transfer the weight, lift the leg, heel toe. Turn the foot in. We sink back. We sink forwards. We sink. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe out. So when I sink back, I'm making sure that my knee is still slightly bent when I've sunk back. And then when I sink forward, I'm not over bending my front foot, but my knee is in line with the toes. You want to make sure when you sink forward into the front foot that your knee is in line with the toes. And that's great. Okay, so what we'll do is go into a horse stance again. And we're going to do part of the wild horse's main health exercise, and then we'll do it in the bow and arrow stance. So we're going back to horse stance. So you have one hand up and the other hand low, and then you transfer the weight and turn. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, hold the ball, 4, bring the ball across. 1, 2, 3, hold the ball. One hand on top of the ball and the other hand underneath the ball. and then 4, bring the ball across. Now, as you bring it across, turn into that leg. Now, as you go forward, you unwind, it's like you're unwinding a spring, going towards a diagonal, just palm up, palm down. And cross. Hold ball. Bring it across. So this is part of the wild horse's main health exercise. That's associated with the element of fire, part of the wild horse's mane. Okay. Check. Okay, so let me just show you the from the side, no, diagonal view. So from here, just go like this. Just doing the first part of it. So you hold the ball, and then you part the wild horse's mane. So palm up, palm down, nice round shape. And you want to go into a bow and arrow stance. So everybody go into a bow and arrow stance. So what we're doing is we sink back, we turn into the back leg, we sink forward, we turn into the front leg. That's it. And then we'll do part the wild horse's mane. Two. Palm up, palm up. 4. 5. Step back. Breathe in and out. Change. Your toe. So I'll just do it with the body movement first. So you sink back, you turn. You sink forward, you turn. And you want to stay upright. Sink back and turn. Sink forward and turn. Sink back and turn. Sink forward and turn. Sink back and do it with the part of the wild horse's mane. Sink forward and turn. Palm up. Sink back and turn. Sink forward and turn. So it's like you're throwing a frisbee with that hand like that. Sink forward and turn. Sink back and turn. Sink forward and turn. Sink back and turn. Almost. Have a look. So this is the horse's mane walking exercise. So have a look at the feet. So just watch, demonstration, observe. So you do the same movement that we've been doing static. Sink back and turn. So that's the movement, and that will help really strengthen your legs and work your balance. So I think if this side goes over there, we all go back a bit, and we'll go for a little walk, and we'll just give it a back. Yeah, I think so. Don't worry don't worry about getting it 100% accurate or right. Just give it a go and see what happens. No jumping over the table. So start in left cat stance, right hand on top, left hand underneath to hold the ball. So just hold that. Now step with your left foot, heel toe. So the left foot is forward. Let me just get into shot. Transfer the weight. Turn the waist. Part the wild horse's mane. Palm up with the left hand, palm down with the right hand. Now sink your weight back. Turn to the inside corner, hold the ball. Turn to the outside corner. Now sink forward. Raise the heel of the right foot, bring the right foot in and out. Part the wild horse's mane. Sink back and turn. Sink forward. Step. Part the wild horse's mane. Sink back and turn. Sink forward. Then. One, two, three, four. One, two. Watch out for the microphone.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I'm gonna hit that in a minute. Hopefully not.
Okay, and relax. Go back. So let me just show you the footwork. I'll just show you the footwork from the side. We'll just do the feet. So I'll just show you that back and foot. So that step. So just watch. Sink forward. Sink back and turn. Sink forward. Step. Sink forward. Sink back and turn. Sink forward. So if you want to hedge your bets, you can go to cat stance, then step out, and then do it that way. And that's a little bit easier than bringing the foot, having to stand on one leg as the foot comes in and out. And that, you know, if you want to, because we're doing it a bit slowly as well. So let's just do the feet and let's go to cat stance. So that's cat stance when you step your toes like that on the floor. That's cat stance, like when a cat puts its paw and just the end of its paws there before it's going to swipe at someone. You know, they're horrible, aren't they? So go back and let's go for a little walk. So we'll start with the right foot this time. So and we're nice and tall through the body, through the spine. You've got this nice long feeling in the spine. So you step, heel, toe. Transfer the weight. So start again. So have your right foot in cat stance, your right foot in cat stance. So step, heel, toe. So feel the heel, feel the toe. Now transfer the weight. And then sink back, sink forwards. Now go to cat stance. And step out, heel, toe. Transfer the weight. Sink back, sink forwards, and then go to cat stance. Then step out, heel, toe. Transfer the weight, sink back, sink forwards. Go to cat stance. Step. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then hold the ball. So we'll do it with the additional cat stance. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Right, so
Made it
go
to
back
a
your
microphone.
spots. Any questions on that while we're So can you feel balance? Yeah, yes. It really works your legs. It really works your legs. So, you know, that's a good thing. We want nice, strong legs that work. You know, it's really good. So, a way into, if I just show you from the diagonal, a way into getting that footwork is by really focusing on the feet. So really focusing on what you're feeling through your feet. And that'll help improve your balance. And we're doing the cat stance version because that's quite hard enough already. You can do it in, out, but then you're having to spend longer balancing on one leg. So, balancing on one leg. So there was a newspaper article a few months ago saying about the benefits of, they were saying if you stand on one leg, you live longer. And actually, when you looked into the article, standing on one leg was one of the examples of someone in better nick and being good, you know, and so it's not the be all and end all. Doing exercise, having a sensible diet, and getting enough sleep, and doing your emotional well-being and all that together, that's good. So it's not just one thing. So I was watching this. There's a very macho fitness chap who does these horrendous. We did one of them, didn't we, on Friday? Some of these horrendous exercises that work the stomach from a half plank position. It was awful.
Oh.
And oh, it's dreadful. But and you're in the half plank, and then you're doing this, and you just want to collapse in the heat. But he said it doesn't matter how much exercise you do. He says you cannot exercise your way out of a bad diet. And I'm like, oh yeah, he's got a point there. So it's you have to not just look at one bit. You have to look at like everything. You know, obviously have fun. You can still have a good diet and have, you know, treats and things. Nothing wrong with that. But so when I'm doing this, I'm really paying attention to my feet. So you can actually do this. There's this little balance exercise that Mike, the head honcho, so that's just this chap here, in the t-shirt, he developed. So we just practice transferring the weight. So we're not doing as much of the active stuff there. We're thinking more about balance and things that you can practice at home, like this one. You don't really need to remember that much. And by doing this in a good posture, so the chin's tucked in, the hips are sinking, the night relaxed, sort of bouncy feel in the body as well. You've got this, like at any point you could spring off and do things. So, and you're feeling, and you really focus on the feet. Really focus on the contact through the feet. You can really feel that. And then what you do is you transfer your weight. I'll transfer your weight. Now step this foot in to cat stance. Then go heel toe into bow and arrow stance and sink forwards. Now sink back. Bring the foot back into cat stance. Now when you step out to the side to put it back where you found it, keep your weight this side. So you want to avoid moving to the side. It's just the foot that moves out. Then you transfer your weight. And then you go into cat stance. You step out, heel toe. You transfer your weight into bow and arrow stance. So you're nice and tall and you're in that front leg, 60-40. Then you sink back, 70-30. Then you come in, 80-20. Then you step out, heel toe. Then you transfer the weight. And four, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3. So you don't need much room for this. You could be at the bus stop. for a very long time in Burwell. So it looks like this. And then you can double-handed push. Double-handed push. Come back. Go to cat stance. Side step. Transfer. Cat stance. Step. Double-handed push. So just, you know, it can get a little bit boring just doing the feet. So you can do some more movements. That's it. You're uprooting. You come back. Okay, now this time step, imagine you're pushing that boulder, so really push, that's it. And then come back, and then somebody rolls another boulder at you, but that's okay. You just go, no, I'm not having it, there we are.
Have it back.
Have it back. So, playing like. One more time each side, that's great. And this. Okay. Up. And down. Ah, yes. So I finally found out the name of that movement I've been absolutely kind of falling in love with. So go back to Wu Chi style. And so what you do is you rotate the shoulders. You come up. You come down. So the name of this movement is lifting the sky. Pulling down heaven. So, there we are. That clock's a bit quick actually. It's actually only 5:59.
For a whole minute, no.
Got a whole minute to go. So that was lifting the sky and pulling down heaven. Since I've found out the name of it, it feels a lot more like if you're lifting the sky and pulling down heaven, you must be quite tough. You know, I feel quite tough doing it, so I really like it. Let's do another one. Lifting the sky. So let's lift that sky. Come on, put your backs into it. And pull down heaven. There we are. Marvellous. Okay, embrace the tiger, return to the mountains. So we're still quite tough. Quite tough if you want to embrace a tiger. And then I've got what I do on that bit of laminated paper to show me what I'm supposed to do, because the bloke's not, what's his name? The guy that does all the volunteering around here, who knows everything.
Simon.
Simon, okay.
No, not him.
It's an English name.
Fred, I don't know.
Fred, Blogs, John.
Yeah, any of them.
Yeah, he's not here this week, so I've got to read as my
Oh,
friend
you do
Marion,
mean Simon.
my friend Marion puts it, the destructions. I've got to read the destructions, so I will need, if anyone fancies, you might help me put this room back to how I found it. So I've polished the front, so this is to make us all look really super young. Look at that. But don't feel obligated to stay behind on it. And then rub the hand, and then lower back and rub. So I'll definitely practice the immunity one.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and then we can all do the immunity one together and get nice and strong. So here we go again. Embrace the tiger. Return to mountain. That went very fast, didn't it? Yeah. Well, hopefully we're all feeling a bit more tough because we've been moving boulders around, even if they are imaginary ones. And then there we go. Embrace the tiger. Return to the mountain. So yeah, Mike's teaching the whole weekend retreat, and that'll be full on intensive, but the food will be amazing because it's Burwell House. And we're having like a day I'll need your help working out mathematics, because I've. Breathing in and out. Then make a fist with the right hand. Left hand over the top, feet together. And. Oh, we got there. Few more people next week, should be marvellous, but yeah, that's the Dave Street. I'll get some more printed.
This morning as well.